Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony show. And if you'll notice, the screen looks a little different. We still got the fireplace behind us. You still have our faces on your camera.
Oh, I love that.
Whether you like that or not.
It shows you the top people.
So
is that
what
for
it's
the
showing?
Day?
No, this is what's happening now. So you'll see on the right-hand side of our screen, it'll actually show, who has gifted bits, who has subscribed, who has followed, all of that good stuff. It's like an events list. This is what I'm calling our money page or our hype page.
Okay.
And we'll have other scenes that are set up later on, but this is really to showcase the hype train, because we're in the middle of a hype train right now.
Oh, the internet sucks in here.
And we're at level 3, 81% of the way through level 3. So every time you guys do something on your end, whether you follow, subscribe, gift a subscription, cheer with bits.
Is it our left, their right? What side? No, it's left.
This is my right hand.
Yeah.
But it might be your left.
No, it's weird. Their left.
Yeah. So it's all flipped. But
That's crackling. I thought the chair was breaking. I was like, you're gonna fall.
There we go. Let me lower the volume there. Okay. So you'll notice that every time you cheer, you subscribe, you gift a subscription, or you follow, something will happen on the screen.
Cool.
And that little percentage meter on the bottom is our bit goal for the month.
Okay.
So that's what we're looking to hit by the end of January, which gives us a lot of time. We're already almost halfway there. Mm-hmm. And we have more than half the month, correct? We're halfway there.
Oh!
Living on a prayer.
I guess if I just do the O's and you sing the songs, we'll be good.
No, I don't know about that either. And yes, it does make a little ding noise when people do stuff.
Yeah, we're unsure about how we feel.
We're going to keep it for now.
About those.
We're going to keep it for now. So we'll have different scenes like that. So when we want to highlight the chat, there's going to be something on the screen for that down the road. Still playing around with all the different new toys we've got and the new people that we're working with to make sure that this all looks decent for you guys. So first off, how does it look? And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
There was someone who mentioned.
I can't hear you.
What?
Vanessa said, please adjust your volume. I can't hear. Is it your volume? Because no.
Does anyone else have problems hearing us?
Vanessa, right. I think it's your volume on your ears.
Oh,
the alerts are way louder than us.
Got it.
Okay.
I'll play around with that as we speak, because there's a couple things we're going to do. One is talk about how if you're in the Seattle or Western Washington area, you can make some extra money.
Hell yeah.
With our friends at Seattle Cocktail Club. We're also going to talk about the longest first date ever. In the entirety of first dates, this has to be the longest one.
I also have something I want to talk about in the world of relationships and what you could be doing wrong to kick off a relationship, which I think our friend Baby Jake does.
Well, he's been single for a while, so he probably does a lot of things wrong, right?
Or just one.
Really
bad one, maybe.
And then there was something else I was trying to get to before Carla Marie cut me off.
Fuck off. What are you talking about?
And don't forget, if we do get through Hype Train level 5, we do have shots ready to take. What?
You don't just get to talk about what we're going to talk about. I also have.
Yeah, but I wasn't done with what I wanted to say. So the last thing that I wanted to mention was we got a comment. Someone direct messaged me on Instagram and really enjoyed that we had the chat last show on the side of the screen because they were watching on YouTube so they could see the chat going. And they were asking if that chat also works for YouTube. It doesn't because it's just a recording of the live chat. But if you are watching on YouTube, you can always jump into the comments below and let us know how you feel. If you've got an anecdote, a story, a comment, a concern, a question, whatever.
But
drop it below.
Isn't the Twitch chat always open?
Yeah, actually it is.
So, but we may not see it because doesn't it go away after a certain amount of time too? Mm-hmm. But you can always pop into the Twitch chat on our channel at any moment and comment. And someone else is in there, you can have a convo with them.
Sometimes I'm there just testing things out. Heather on Long Island, thank you very much for the 500 bits.
Yeah.
And we are very close now to getting through the hype train. We just got to get into level 5 and then push through that. And we'll be able to take, what do we got here today?
Teats.
Teats or Tito's? Because Teats is a little different.
I call it Teats for short.
Do you have ice at least this time?
There's ice and some lemon.
Be Harsh, thank you very much for complimenting the setup. And Dave C84 with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gifted subs. Appreciate that. Oh, does that mean we went all the way through?
I think it's Martha's birthday also.
Do we know that for sure?
I saw someone say it.
I'm waiting to see because it says level 4 complete.
Do we want to do a birthday shot now, or do we want to talk about the world's longest date and then we celebrate?
Let's wait because we're right there at level
All right.
5 of the hype train. I'm sorry for everyone on YouTube because you can actually see the hype train progressing, but we are right there, 87%. I don't want to start the longest date ever talk and then have to like stop, take a shot.
Is the camera slanted or is the TV crooked from you fixing
Maybe
it?
both. Because I think the TV was actually installed slightly slanted.
It's not. No, you can adjust it.
Not this one. It only goes out.
So you telling me that the guy came here and put the TV on crooked?
I think so, yeah.
Well, also, something's crooked.
We'll fix everything. Guys, we're still in the middle of a
Thank
lot of updates. There we go. We got through hype train level 5, Carla Marie. You ready?
Oh, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have everything right there. What's wrong with you?
No,
today?
Bianca, we're keeping the sounds on for a bit. We're gonna test them out. Although, yeah,
I am gonna try to turn
like
them
a
down
real,
for
like a
everybody.
real Twitch channel. Because that's what. Where's the shot glasses?
They're right here. I did my job.
Dear God, can you fix the TV, please?
Why? You're not gonna be able to fix it. This is why we can't have a chat.
Lenny.
Going, because Carla Marie can't focus on anything ever.
I'm looking at it and it's fine here.
So maybe the GoPro's crooked.
Wait.
No, it looks like the GoPro's good.
Give me. Oh, you can't do it because.
What are we doing back there? Oh, there goes our leveler behind the couch. It doesn't matter. If the TV's crooked, the TV's crooked. No one cares.
I think I made it worse.
It also could just be...
Oh, the chairs.
What?
I don't know if the TV's crooked or we're crooked.
I don't know. Let's just focus on what we've got to do. Not the TV in the background. Someone said the TV is even with the couch, so we're probably crooked. We're just going to move on from whether or not the TV is straight. We'll figure that out later.
All right.
Yeah, maybe nothing's crooked because the world's on an axis. And we're like all tilted a little bit.
Maybe it's a turning day. It's a new TikTok. Screw No Bones Day. The world is... it's Martha's birthday today.
You're really not putting a lot of vodka in those shots.
What?
That was like a half shot.
Also, this is more than a shot.
That's a shot glass.
No, I measured.
With what?
A measuring
A thimble?
cup. Okay. So it's Martha's birthday.
Okay.
And tomorrow is Shar from Tampa's birthday.
Well. That was the
That's the
Pornhub.
Pornhub.
No.
I got.
Oh, just play it.
Where is it?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Is it Martha?
Happy birthday. Is it Martha what?
I just
Continue
gleeked.
your sentence.
Lebanese.
Yeah. Yep, she's Arabic as well. Happy birthday.
Ooh, that's cold in that cup.
Okay. Even shots. Pretty good. All right. And this is for all the birthdays. This is for the Hype Cup. Thank you very much to everyone who got us to 117% of the Hype Cup so far with a couple seconds left. Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Carla Marie. I guess cheers to the bartender.
Mm-mm.
You just got to kick it back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be anywhere near you when you throw up. Don't touch me. You're going to throw up, huh?
Okay. That's not a regular shot glass. You know why?
Why? Why is that not a regular shot glass?
Because I can feel it in my cheeks that it's more.
What?
No, a regular shot is smaller.
It's not, though.
Tonight,
You just got to teach you how to take shots. That's really it.
tonight when you're doing your hot sauce class, Seattle Cocktail Club told me that they're going to teach me how to take shots. And
All
I'm
right.
scared.
And speaking of Seattle Cocktail Club, they are going to be doing Seattle Cocktail Week at the end of February, early
We'll be
March.
there.
We will be there. What they are asking, though, is obviously for big events like that, every now and then you're hiring temp help. So they've got a bunch of jobs available on their website. All you've got to do if you do want to work a couple extra hours, make some extra cash, in the chat, type !jobs. Actually job, J-O-B. And you'll get the link for that. If you're watching on YouTube, Carla Marie is going to put that in the description of the YouTube video. So let me make sure it works, actually. !J-O-B.
Get a J-O-B.
Bam, there it is. So you can hit that link, and if you're looking to make some extra cash, it's there for you. So go for it. Amazing people over there. So, and who knows? Maybe we'll run into each other.
Yeah, we'll be there. It'll be a great time. March 5th, my birthday. So just
Is that where you're celebrating?
Yeah, and I am pumped.
All right. I guess I should have known that, right?
Yeah, he tries to be funny all the time. He's like, "When's your birthday?" March 4th. I'm like, "You're
Well,
so
no, I do actually.
funny."
No, I do forget because I have 3 birthdays in March that I've got to remember.
Oh,
My mom's
God.
is the easiest
God.
because she's on
Could you imagine?
St. Patrick's Day.
Which is
St. Patrick's Day.
stop.
No, what day?
Don't be don't be funny for everybody. Do you know the date of your mom's birthday and St. Patrick's Day? Anthony,
I really don't.
you swear to God,
I swear. March
17th.
17th, St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
Think about it from now on. 7 Saint.
No, that's not how I would remember it.
Okay, well, how would you remember
I
it?
wouldn't. It's just St. Patrick's Day. My mom's birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. That's it. Secondly, I've got my brother's birthday. He's March 8th. And then Carla Marie's birthday is March 5th. So there's a lot of birthdays I got to remember in March. I think I've got some other cousins too.
Boston
in March.
Massacre happened on March 5th.
You seem pretty proud of that.
I mean, it wasn't really a massacre.
It was for that time.
Wasn't like 11 people?
I think it was 5 people that died.
5 on the 5th. Makes sense.
But let's see. Felipe, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate you very much. Now, we do want to talk about the longest first date ever.
Okay.
So this is a story that might actually still be ongoing. There's like
It's unclear.
it's unclear when or if this story has ended. But as you might know, in China, when there's a COVID lockdown, it is a serious COVID lockdown.
You can't leave your home.
Like-
and it happens immediately.
Yeah.
Not like when they roll out things here, they're like, all right, in 2 weeks, we're going to start wearing masks again.
Exactly.
Until then, good luck.
So
But it's immediate.
this woman was on a first date,
Blind date.
still a first date,
Yeah.
was at the person's apartment, her date's apartment, towards the end of the date, and
No.
the lockdown
Yeah.
happened.
She went there for him to make dinner for them.
Yep. Lockdown happens. That's it. She's got to stay in this apartment now and not go anywhere else until the lockdown is over.
Yeah.
So it was at least 4 days, I believe, is what I heard.
Well, they said as of Thursday, which is today, they haven't heard from her. They don't know if she's still there or not.
Or alive.
Or alive. But what she had been doing was like doing videos. Like, I think some of them were on Instagram Live and some were just videos of him like making dinner for her. And then the CNN news thing that I heard this morning was like, and she's posted videos of him sweeping. And I'm like, that's what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, there's not a lot else for them to do.
But like,
He's got to clean the apartment at some
if you
point.
like the person, it's all funny, right? It's fun and games. Like, this is how we're starting this. Like, well, if you don't like the person,
But
there are
So-
plenty of people that I would not want to be in that situation with.
of course, most people you probably wouldn't want to be in this situation with. But and someone asked in the chat, what is a blind date? It's a blind date's when you just haven't seen the person, right?
Yeah.
And someone else sets you up, basically.
Which is absurd in the world today.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like saying, hey, Anthony, I have this friend. I really want you to go out with her. This is the time you're going to go on the date, blah, blah, whatever. You don't know what they look like.
So that's how my cousin in California is currently married, 2 kids. That's how him and his wife met.
Rudy?
He and his wife, yeah. I'm
What?
I'm 99% sure it was a blind date.
Okay, they're both very attractive
Mm-hmm.
people, though. So, like,
There was a mutual friend that said they would be good
Okay.
together, and they took him at his word.
I was just watching an episode of Happy Endings, and Penny is going on a blind date with some guy. Like, say his name is Frank. I don't even remember what it was. And she goes up to this guy at the bar and she's like, Frank? And he's like, no. And they hit it off. They start talking. She's like, oh, I'm looking for someone named Frank. And they're like laughing and joking. This guy's super attractive. And all of a sudden, this guy walks in the bar and he's like, Penny? Is Penny here? And he's like, not cute, hot mess, whatever. And she's just like, and she doesn't say anything. And the guy like or actually the whole night he's just walking around the bar going, Penny, Penny. But she ends up staying with the guy. And
I like that.
it's so fucked up, but
Well,
it's so cute.
I'm going to actually ask someone in the chat to call us in a little bit because they said they, too, are married to their blind date. So once I get this ready, hopefully it works.
Oh, wow.
We're going to try the phone call thing again. There we go.
But, like, could you, of all people, right, if a girl you didn't know came to your house for a blind date and then got trapped there,
Yes.
you would be in a panic.
Depends on the girl. Because I want to get into that. Like, as in any of your first dates, is there one that you could see yourself being stuck with? Don't answer that question yet. And it doesn't have to be the person you're with now. You just have to say, in that moment, if I had to make the choice out of all the first dates I had, that was maybe the person I clicked with the most or had the most fun during that date. It's an answer that anyone should have. But you were talking about Carla Marie. So we're on a bunch of different topics now. There's the woman in China who still might be on this first blind date.
Right.
Because of a lockdown in China. Then you brought up the fact, who was it that was at a bar, was supposed to meet up with someone?
My friend Penny.
Your friend Penny.
No. Penny in Happy Endings.
Oh, that's what it was. I missed the first part because I was trying to get something set up here. I actually know someone that really happened to. So I'm not going to say his name.
Also,
And this doesn't give away too much information because all of my friends just got married, but it's one of my currently married friends. But years ago, and I think we actually talked about this on My Day Friday, like back in the day, so you can look it up. My friend was supposed to meet a girl that he met when I was with him at a bar for a first official date. She was late, and he ended up talking to some other people that were hanging out at the bar. It was a big group of people. And then hit it off with one of the girls in that group and eventually ended up dating that girl for a little bit instead of the girl he was supposed to go out on the date with who was late.
But she showed up.
Eventually, yeah.
And then what did he do?
I think he kind of like, from what I remember, and again, you can find the podcast somewhere.
Becky, oh my God, I just heard that My Day Friday.
Okay.
I remember when it actually happened, talking about it on My Day Friday.
Becky, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he just ended up hanging out with everybody together for a little bit. But again, this is like 7 years ago.
This friend is currently married now, but to someone else, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Married to a whole new person.
Yeah.
2015 is when that happened, apparently. Jeez.
Also, Martha not just keeps, I didn't mean that in a bad way, keeps sending this, so it's got to be important. With the purple message, off topic, how often do you check your contact us section on your website? That's supposed to email us?
Yeah, I don't know.
When someone uses it, or whether it's my website or the show website, it's supposed to email us. So maybe do a test and let us know if that's
maybe it's broken.
not happening.
Oh, Morgan said she just listened to that episode too. So that
Are you guys all the same thing? What's happening?
That does happen. You know, when we do eventually get like our Discord up and running, it would be good to have a like old episodes channel where if you were listening to an old episode, you can like maybe post the link in there.
That's cool.
And be like, hey, I'm listening to this story, blah, 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 and have a little anecdote of your own.
Well, side note about Discord, we have a soft launch happening right now.
Yes.
It's in beta, if you will. So Anthony's hot sauce class that is happening tonight will actually take place via Discord. It's not going to be on Twitch. So if you purchase a kit, you will be on Discord with everyone, which I'm so excited to see how that goes. Same thing for cocktails and crafting next week, and you'll get all the information. And Seattle Cocktail Club is being great about helping everyone get signed up and how to do it. And you don't have to have your camera on, but you can. So it'll be cool to actually get to see everyone. But those people will kind of be the first ones into our Discord, and then after that, we'll be able to do this for real. And if you don't know what Discord is, all good.
You'll learn.
You'll learn.
Just like Twitch. Also, Carla Marie's event that's happening in 2 weeks.
1 week.
1 week
today.
You can still buy that. Today's the last day, right? To buy that kit, Carla Marie.
Yes.
Why are you? What's wrong with you?
Finish this, and I'll tell you in a second.
So today is the last day. You can still type the word event, ! Event into the chat, and that'll pop up. You can buy Carla Marie's package.
That's funny. Also, Dana on Long Island said, I've been listening to old episodes of My Night Friday this week, and I laughed out loud when Anthony said something about how he could absolutely never live with Carla Marie.
Yeah, I still believe that very much. Nothing has changed since that podcast was recorded. I just want everyone to know. It's actually gotten worse now that I think about it. The person who I wanted to call, because as we were talking about this Chinese woman who got stuck in lockdown on a first date, a blind date, I think Jess in Minnesota said she is currently married to her blind date.
Okay.
So, Jess, if you can call us, hopefully this works. If you're available, if you can't, just write in the chat. Can't call now. Totally fine. It's 201-305-0894. 201-305-0894. And let us know if you can do that. I'm going to be on the lookout here.
Okay.
Hopefully this works.
2 things I need to mention. Dana, can you send me the link to that specific episode?
Oh, she can't call. She's in a Zoom meeting. We'll
just leave.
We'll circle back later.
We're gonna
Is that what people say?
Yeah, tell them you're going to circle back in the meeting and run it up the flagpole. Dana, send me the link to that podcast. I have a fun TikTok in mind. I'll tell you about that in a second. 2, Meg, Discord is completely free. So, everyone, it's free for everybody, not just Meg. And 3, Martha, I don't think we have any emails from your husband, Michael. So that means our contact us could be broken. DM me your husband's email and we'll check.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's going into some folder we don't even know about in the emails. But to go back, I want to try to stay on point for just like a moment.
I mean, we did for a moment.
So going back to the first date thing, being stuck on a first date. Is there a first date, Carla Marie? If you had to pick from all of the first dates you've ever been on,
Yeah.
which one would you pick to be in lockdown with? And it has to be all like
Ours?
I don't even know. Did we have a first date? Exactly. So I don't think we count. We can't include ourselves.
Yes, there's someone.
Okay. What was the date?
I don't want to tell them. Not them, not them, that person. If they don't want them to see this and let them know.
They won't. No one watches. You're good.
We went out to dinner. I'm not giving too many details.
Okay. Do you not like that person anymore? Is that why?
I don't talk to that person, but they still follow me.
Okay.
We ate sushi. That could be a lot of people. And we hit it off and it was good for a while. So if it was like a 5-day period where I was trapped with that person, it'd be great.
Okay. That's fair.
I probably would have realized things much sooner, actually, if that happened.
And
all dates should be sleepover for 5 days.
I actually agree because I think there are certain things that in a blind date or a first date, we judge strangers a little harsher than we probably should. Or maybe we're more lenient with strangers than we are. I think you're one of two types of people.
And you're trying to judge someone off of the first 2 hours of just meeting them. They're nervous. They're slipping up. They're eating. They're being self-conscious about eating in most situations. Just meet at a park and sit on a bench.
Yeah.
Or stay together for 5 days.
And I like the idea of staying together for 5 days because all of the little weird things that you might have complained about or blown out of proportion, maybe you realize that's not what the person's actually like.
Yeah.
They were just nervous or whatever. You know? I think there's only one first date, though, that I would have, I could have seen myself being like, oh, this is actually pretty fun. I enjoy this person's personality. So far, everything is normal. And it was mainly because everything we did was stuff that I wanted to do anyway. So, we went to dinner in the city. We had sushi again.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't. We went to a very typical New York City loungy club type place.
Such an answer. You
not
love it.
not a club.
No,
not like Marquee or Lavo or Hudson Terrace or any of those places.
Like a nice $17 cocktails.
Yes. And this is the Lower East Side, so we were there. And there was dancing, there was reggaeton music, there was dancehall music, everything I wanted to do. And I was
definitely wasn't me.
This is actually pretty cool. And
Did you guys dance?
Yeah, we did.
Oh man.
We did.
I can't offer that.
And that's the only one where I would have been because I think all of my other first dates, I either knew the person long enough before the first date that it didn't really count, or they just weren't great. I've been on a couple first dates, so I was like, this is not going too great.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I'm with a racist. like, I literally had that realization one time on a first date. Again, eating sushi, and the girl was beautiful, but I remember halfway through she started saying some things about like where she lived and like opinions that her parents had and her family had, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you're teetering on the cliff of racism right now, and I don't know if I like this.
And that was it? That was the end?
That was last time. She was like married a year and a half later. It was real weird. Real weird.
How it goes. Do you love sushi, but do you think that sushi is I can't tell if it's a really good first date food or a really bad first date food.
I think it's a great first date food.
Because you're like forced to decide on what you want.
You work as a team normally, right? There's some teamwork involved.
It's true. I mean,
I've gotten now, anytime I go to get sushi, and Carla Marie and I just did this last weekend, I'll open up a note on my phone.
Well, no,
and that's where I'll put actually this weekend I didn't have to do that.
I went on their website and you were able to add it to your cart, but like we didn't send it. I just took a screenshot and I sent it to Anthony. I was like, you order. I'm sending it to you.
So I think there's teamwork involved in sushi. Yeah. There's also, I think you can tell if someone is willing to experiment or take chances based on their sushi order.
Okay. Then based on the incident that happened when we got sushi this past weekend, I would have been royally effed on a first date.
What was the incident?
You don't remember what I did?
No, I don't. I say it.
I didn't like it, and I spit it into a napkin.
Yeah, that would have been a no second date for you, dog. Carla Marie didn't like a piece of sushi, so this is the second time she's done that, by the way.
Because the first time was gooey duck.
Yeah, which is
that
acceptable.
Doesn't even count. I tell him all the time I don't like the crab like that, and you get it anyway, and you tell me I'm gonna like it every time, and I was like, I can't do it, and it went in my purse.
So, I think sushi is a great first date spot, a great first date meal.
It was one of my. I guess sushi was my first date with one of my exes who I actually dated, but I was much younger and I didn't know how to use chopsticks. So my friends took me to a bar where we ordered sushi in college. They were like, idiot, this is how you use chopsticks.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think...
Because I was a mess. Wait, what?
Sushi is not necessarily like the only way to see if someone is cultured or experimentative, or is that a word? Experimental?
That seems sexual.
Whatever. But it's a good indicator, I think. It's an okay indicator.
So completely different kind of first date, but Becky says, when I was 19, I met a guy on their first date. We got pulled over by 5 cop cars, laid on the floor with guns to our heads.
That seems aggressive.
What in the actual happened? Becky, we're going to need more details.
Yeah, we're going to need more details because I also have a first date / cop story. Not as aggressive, though.
Are you like Sam Hunt? What is that song?
I don't know.
Sam Hunt song when he's like, I see the red and blue lights in the mirror.
Yeah, that stupid ass.
Oh, cop car. In the back of a cop car, right? Yeah.
That's where he just like talks. He talks a lot, right?
Well, yeah. We drove right past the no trespassing sign, sat in the tailgate, and watched planes take off.
1, 2, 3. Oh, that's weird.
Thought we had all night. There was no need to rush. That's when those cops came pulling up, and I thought, man, ain't that some your daddy's going to kill me. But if I survive tonight, I wouldn't change one thing.
Kayla said Sam Hunt was the worst concert I've ever been to.
Danielle Monero and I went. We had the time of our lives.
If he does that song stinks.
He sings, baby, yeah, I know it sounds crazy. But there was something about the way, can we play it?
No, we can't. That squeaky voice has to stop. Let's see.
I can't listen to it right
I hate that song. Mainly because he's not actually singing. That song is Sam Hunt admitting to everyone he knows he's unbelievably good looking and doesn't have to do a lot of work. Well, that's what that song is.
Because he literally says, your daddy's going to kill me, but if I survive tonight, I wouldn't change one thing. Like, that's how he does that.
It's almost like Kesha. It's like sing-talking. Let's see.
Kayla said he performed in Seattle and was out of breath and just running around the stage. I mean, that would be me. So
it is interesting how on any given night, you can get a phenomenal performance or a terrible performance from the same exact artist. Mm-hmm. Like, I used to go to Taking Back Sunday concerts all the time. And I remember the first time I ever saw Taking Back Sunday live was at Warped Tour on Randall's Island. It was like 2003, maybe. And I actually walked away from the stage because they were so
Who
bad.
was it? Sorry.
Taking Back Sunday. And I think Adam Lazara is the name of the lead singer. Yeah. And he was basically just like rolling around on the stage screaming. It turns out they broke up for like a little bit right after that show because he was so high that the rest of the band was like, all right, we can't perform with this guy.
That's fair.
Oh, Texas Chris said story songs are an honored tradition in country music. So
But I feel like he's the only one who really does that.
is he from Texas? Because I know like Texas country is different than like the rest of country music.
Okay.
And then I want to finish the Taking Back Sunday story for a second. Then I saw them again later on, and they were phenomenal. Every other time I've seen Taking Back Sunday, they've been
Right.
great on stage. But that first experience, he was just super high. Wasn't having a good day. Decided to scream on stage most of the time.
Where and that was at where?
The first one was Warped Tour 2003, Randall's Island.
I saw them at Continental Airlines Arena. It was Taking Back Sunday, Jimmy Eat World, 2005.
It's a great show. That is a great show.
And my friend moshed crowd surfed, fell, got a concussion, and Adam Lazaro was like, "We need the lights on, turn on the lights, someone fell." And I stopped the concert for my friend.
That didn't happen to me when I got injured in a mosh pit. Although I was kind of like in the front of the mosh pit, on the edge of it. First concerts. That's a great question from Megadamia Nut. Carla Marie?
Hanson, August 1998 or 9.
How old were you?
10.
So my first
88.
concert wasn't until I was like 16.
98.
And I went to a show. My cousin was visiting. My cousin Mark was visiting. And
16.
he was like, hey, do you want to go to this concert on Long Island? I said, okay, I've never been to a concert before, but I'll go. And it turns out it was one of the better concerts I've ever been to. Moby was the headliner. Nelly Furtado was there. But I was going because Outkast, The Roots, and Incubus were all there. It was called the Area 1 Festival. It was at Jones Beach Amphitheater. I don't know if that festival like made it very long. And then they had, I remember this was right before like house music and techno and EDM became like big. They had an EDM or a house or a techno tent. And that was where all the DJs went. And you would go in there and people were just like tripping balls. And then I just went to go watch Outkast. But
It's crazy to me that your first concert was 16. I feel like for boys, their first concerts are older than a girl's first concert.
yeah, because I think the fandom thing
Starts younger.
starts younger and girls lean into it more.
Or it doesn't necessarily start younger. You're more okay with talking about it younger. Like, boys like music, but they're like, I don't like anything. I'm a boy.
Yeah, that's also partly true. But when you look at any time a new artist is shown to a younger audience, they usually lean towards girls, right?
That's
Like
true.
you look at the BTS army, it's mostly girls, it's
It's
mostly
crazy.
younger girls.
Because I'm telling you right now, if there was a Hanson fan club, but like I wasn't in it. If I was 10 years old in today's world, I would be literally all in all of the Hanson, whatever we'd be called, like the Hanson hotties. I don't know. I'd be all in. I'm telling you right now.
The Hanson hoes?
I left that concert and was sick and miserable for like a week.
Why?
Because I was so obsessed with them. And like I couldn't, I was like, I don't know, like I need them in my life. Like I was in love. Got a Hanson lanyard that had like a little picture of them, and I wore it swimming. I wore it in the shower. I wouldn't take it off. I was like obsessed. My parents should have been concerned, but they weren't.
I'm sure they were. What else do we have in the chat? Oh, the other thing that's really interesting about that is with especially boy groups, like ensemble boy groups, whether they're siblings like Hanson or not, they're usually not allowed by management contractually
To date.
to sometimes they can date, but they're not allowed to talk about them, post about them, reference them, because the idea is that those boys are single and all the little girls want to date / marry them, which is such a weird, messed up thing to profit off of.
So, and here's why it's true. I'm watching Hype or Hype House, whatever it is, on Netflix, and one of the guys, it's all these like TikTok stars who live in a house. Truly, I feel for them. I feel very sorry for all of them that this is their lives. One of them has 14 million followers, and he basically went viral. Not thirst traps. I don't know what he calls it, but it's just videos of him like showing his abs. He's like 17. Now he's 18 or 19, and he's like, I can never date anyone because if I do or if I even talk about a girl, I'll get flooded with messages that are like, I'm going to fucking kill her. You're mine. He's like, when you get millions of messages telling you they're going to murder someone or hate you, what do you do? And this is just like the world he's trapped in. And like, sure, he can delete social media and get off of social media, but it's also how he makes his money right now. And it's like, it's just a catch-22. And it's so true, going back to these boys are supposed to be single forever.
Yep. Well, we actually know someone who dated someone in a boy band, and the guy was never allowed to talk about it. And the girl wasn't allowed to post about it.
I mean, we also dated and felt, and no one told
different.
us we couldn't. It was definitely different, but we felt like we couldn't. Different,
but it's different. There weren't like millions of teenage girls clamoring to marry me, thankfully.
And there weren't millions of dollars either.
No. Oh, millions of dollars. For the record, I would hide all of my relationships if someone was like, here's $20 million. Peace out. I would have no relationships.
We hid it for way cheaper.
Yeah.
All right. In other news, Tacoma Swifty said, I loved the Costco haul last night and had so many questions after watching. So we went to Costco last night because we are new Costco members, executive membership, and we went on Instagram Live when we were unpacking everything that we got. I posted it to my feed. You can go back and watch it. It's riveting.
I don't think you want to.
But even my sister today was like, oh, I was watching what you got at Costco, and that the collagen powder, which I've been using for like 4 years now, she's like, that's way bigger than the one I get. And I was like, yeah, it's the same size I always get. And it was like $22. She said, she started screaming. She's like, what? She gets a smaller one. It was like $40.
I will say, and I haven't been to Costco as an adult, like ever really. I used to go to BJ's in Jersey City. And I used to go to
you
Costco.
were in your 20s though.
I know. It's different though, because you're buying, like I was buying 18 boxes of bagel bites. Like that was what I was
Now
going
you're
to
buying
BJ's
18
for.
boxes of eggs.
Yeah. But I remember going to Costco all the time with my mom when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like on a weekly basis. And she would be spending $400 every single week to feed her insane children. But I never fully grasped why we went to Costco. I was like, oh, they sell things in bulk, so you're just buying a lot of it. But as a kid, you don't fully understand the differences because nothing matters to you at that point. But man, going yesterday and actually shopping for myself as a like hopefully better adult than I was when I was in my 20s, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not paying us to do any of this, but
No.
Costco's phenomenal.
They
There
should.
were some things though, like bread I wanted to buy, but I can't buy 2 full loaves of bread. I'm never going to get through it.
Freeze a loaf.
I don't freeze things.
I know, because then we don't use it.
I don't freeze things because I'm never going to defrost it.
Well, we do need to freeze some of the things.
I don't even, this is going to sound really dumb. I don't even really know how to defrost things. I know they're supposed to like melt, but like.
You can defrost in the fridge if you give yourself enough time.
So, but if I freeze chicken, for example.
Sometimes I mean, like the really unhealthy thing I used to do in college is just throw it in a boiling pot of water. Not boiling pot, like get some really hot water from the sink and dump the chicken in there and then defrost it. But then like the edges get white. It's really not good.
Because you're like kind of half cooking the chicken, aren't you?
That's why I hate chicken now.
So I know you can freeze things, right? You can freeze basically anything and save it. I understand that. But for chicken, for example.
Yeah, don't do what I just said.
If you have a full frozen package of like chicken breast,
And
what do you just leave it there all day?
you can leave it out on a counter. You can defrost it in cold water, like Lisa. Sorry, I see both names there. Or if you're like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna make chicken, you can put it in the fridge right now.
And then it'll be good.
Yeah, it should be.
But that's also planning way too in advance for me. I mean, I've gotten to the point now where I at least boil more eggs than I need each day. So I boiled like 30 eggs yesterday.
Like
That's the most prep I do.
when I tell you that neither of us really eat any frozen food, we don't. I recently got gluten-free chicken nuggets, which has been amazing as like oh crap, I have nothing to eat right now. And I got frozen dumplings from Trader Joe's, and I got new ones at Costco yesterday. But I think part of that like we just never had it because I feel like in my mind frozen food is never healthy food, which is not true.
We used to have like some TV dinners and stuff because if my parents were working, we had to feed ourselves at some point.
But we now have DoorDash and Uber Eats, and Anthony and I would awesome.
Awesome. Also?
Often. See?
Okay.
COVID brain. It's real. I
slow down.
struggled. Would often rely on ordering food, but I was like, no. We're going to start getting frozen food so that we can do that instead of ordering. We also don't ever have snacks in this house.
No. And I'm not a fan of the snacks that I bought at Costco, which is the worst thing you can do.
Because now you have 8 million of it.
Because I have a bag this big. Literally, it's like a 4-pound, 5-pound bag of chocolate-covered pretzels, which I normally love. These were Girl Scout Thin Mint chocolate-covered pretzels. Again,
You can return them.
normally love Girl Scout Thin Mints, but they don't actually taste.
It smelled like mint. I didn't eat them.
It's like way more minty.
You can return them, Nick Wax said.
I had some.
Doesn't matter.
What the hell did I do with it?
Lee has asked this twice and put it in purple highlight because it's that important. And Lee cooks a lot. So,
Okay.
Anthony, why do you put 6 bell peppers in your chili with 2 pounds of ground turkey? That ratio is so off that is bell pepper soup, not chili. Please explain yourself.
So one of the reasons I do that is because originally that recipe had 2 cans of beans and 3 peppers. And then when I started doing Whole30, you're supposed to remove all beans and legumes out of your diet.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started replacing the beans with more peppers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of why I do it. And it's just become something I make and have on deck, basically. It's just on reserve in my fridge. I enjoy it.
It is pretty peppery.
Don't eat it.
I'm not.
That's all that means.
I've given up on ground turkey and chicken for the most part.
Wait, so
You can
this is a
return-
new thing to me. Costco, you can return anything?
Well, Target too and Nordstrom.
But I understand that you can return things and, electronics and whatnot, furniture, you can be like, hey, I don't like this. It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
It doesn't work the way I want it to. But food?
Yeah.
I can open a container of food and give it back. What do they do with it?
Put it out for samples. Eat it in the back room. I don't know.
Well, I definitely don't want them giving it to other people because how do they know I didn't wipe my butt on it and return it? I don't know how to wipe my butt on all those individual pretzels, but I do know how that works.
If I worked there, I'd 100% eat the food people returned. I used to
Never.
eat French fries off plates when people said we're done.
I don't even like my own leftovers half the time. It freaks me out. That's why I don't leave food once I open it. I eat the whole thing.
What? Nick Wax. Call the local Costco warehouse. They may tell you just to take a picture of the barcode to show a customer service when you do the return. What? We're gonna get all the free food. We're gonna be getting free chairs from Target real soon because they're already a week late. Not Target's fault, FedEx's fault, because the FedEx facility in Auburn, Washington is just an absolute shit show. But if it takes too long to get delivered, Target will just give them to you for free, and I will have new dining room chairs for free. Thank you, Target.
Oh, this is also, I love that we're getting little life hacks here. So, Lenny from Queens, if you bought something, keep the receipt. If it goes on sale within 30 days, just bring the receipt back and they'll give you your
We
credit.
threw it out.
Huh?
You said, do we need this?
I think this is for anything, not just at Costco.
Costco?
Because isn't everything at Costco on sale already? Isn't that the whole kind of reason you get the membership?
No, because the rugs were on extra sale and we didn't get them.
And then I have a comment in here from P.Lawson_NY. Anthony, where's your Seton Hall apparel? Don't
The
worry.
Garbage.
Don't worry. Because today's a Seton Hall game, we played DePaul at 4 o'clock our time here on the West Coast. Normally my routine is I wear my Seton Hall tank top to the gym on game days. And then I put on a Seton Hall shirt for the Seton Hall game. I'll usually treat myself to some sort of meal like a burger or a burrito. I used to have my Good Luck burritos. They didn't work out for 2 seasons in a row. And that's how I watch my Seton Hall game. And then we have a bunch of LED light bars now. So I've turned all the lights blue in the living room.
All right, what happens when you come home and all of your Seton Hall shirts are in the litter box?
Your face goes in the litter box. I guess. You're going to go bobbing for Seton Hall. What else do we have here? Exactly. It's only weird if it doesn't work. Thank you, marijuana. And it does work. We're 9-3. No, 10-3
We're
right
done
now.
with no one cares. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but it's Seton Hall basketball.
Also, marijuana. I'm going to hit you up later today because I need a haircut.
He was talking about this.
I was this morning.
Angela in Spokane said, for Costco, if the price ends in 97 cents, then it's on clearance sale. If the sign has an asterisk, then that's the last in stock. We got to go back.
Why?
Because what if those rugs are going away?
Maybe that's why they were on sale. What else do we have here? Ooh, I won money on Seton Hall last week. I've gambled on Seton Hall twice, and I've lost both times. Actually, I gambled on Seton Hall 3 times. This is the craziest thing.
Okay.
So not only did I lose the 2 regular bets I made on Seton Hall. One was years ago against Georgetown. They didn't cover. They missed by 1 point. Then when we were in the Fort Myers area, my friend Steve and I put a bet on the Seton Hall game we were going to. Lost that. The craziest, though, was back in 2020. My friend Steve, same one who was in Fort Myers with me, was in Vegas right before the college basketball season started.
I remember this.
And Seton Hall had a really good team. Like, we started the season, I think, ranked 14th, got up to maybe 9 that year. Great team. We were probably going to win the Big East. So Steve was in Vegas, messages our whole group chat, the Seton Hall fans, and says, hey, I'm going to put some money on Seton Hall. Mm-hmm. They were like 2,000 to 1 they had 2,000 to 1 odds to win the national championship. But we felt really good about it. We all sent him money. He puts the bet down in Vegas. He has the ticket. Seton Hall's doing phenomenal. The Big East tournament starts, and the entire season was canceled.
That's right. So what happened to your money?
We got all our money back.
Oh, you got it back.
Vegas had to basically void all bets and return all their money.
Rutgers would have beat them, and Rutgers made the tourney that year. So
they didn't make the tourney that year. Not in 20. There was no tournament that year to make.
They were making it.
Maybe
more than Seton Hall was.
They were a bubble team. Seton Hall would have been a 3 seed.
I don't know. I don't care what that means, nor do I know.
But that's my luck with betting on Seton Hall. So now I think I'm just done.
Okay, I'm gonna bet
right now.
I'm gonna bet against Seton Hall
because sports betting is legal in New York State now. My brother messaged me. Seton Hall is a 5,000 to 1 odds to win the national championship. Which, to a degree, you say, well, maybe just put $50 on them or $10 on them.
What is the math?
Well, if you put $10 and you have 5,000 to 1 odds, wouldn't you win $50,000? Isn't that how that math works? Someone in the chat?
No, that would be $1.
No, if it was $1, you'd win 5,000. That's the whole point. So if you put $10, right? Is that someone? Let me know if that's the math.
Okay, well, you said way too many numbers in too much a period, so we have to stop that.
Okay. Are you not good with? I feel like you're good with numbers.
I'm good with figuring out how much to tip people because when I was a waitress, I would be doing the math the whole time I was serving people.
Let's see.
Amanda O'Brien just got here. Whoa, everything looks new and cool.
Yeah, we're still working on things. There's going to be different scenes on the screen. So
do you have any new ones to show? And then I can talk about what I want to talk about. It's 9 a.m. and we literally only talked about the things on Anthony's list.
So this was like the scene that we had for the last show. And we'll be able to cycle through different scenes. I've got to revise this one because I don't want to have 2 different hype cups on the screen and they're 2 different programs we use. So there's different stuff we've got to do.
Okay.
But right now, like if you wanted to play around with it and gift us a bit, you can see this little progress bar go up a little bit towards our goal.
It's cool.
All right, so what did you want to talk about, Carla Marie?
Quick programming break or announcement. That reminder that Seattle Cocktail Club is putting on Seattle Cocktail Week. It is the first week of March, so February 27th through March 5th. And all throughout that week, they are looking for people who can help out and work. So it's kind of like a temp job for the week. And it's pretty cool. An awesome company, obviously, to work for. And if you do ! Job in the chat, you'll get the link and it'll have all the information.
JOB. And if you've ever worked in events,
we'll be there, by the way.
Yeah, if you've ever worked in events, this is definitely right up your alley. Or customer service or anything like that. Because it is a huge event. It's going to be one of, if not the largest alcohol tasting event in the world, right? Consumer. Yeah. There's a lot of words, but it's a big event. So.
Okay.
Jill from New Jersey, thank you very much. The new background is courtesy of some new people we're working with, and it looks really good.
Okay. So, there's a new thing I learned about because I have a New York Times subscription, and I'm trying to get real smart. And it's called love bombing. And I think this is what our friend Baby Jake does and why it doesn't work out for him in new relationships.
Okay, so what is love bombing?
Love bombing is when you go out with someone on a first date and the few early weeks in the relationship or just knowing the person, they are so excessive over the top with everything, with attention, with flattery.
Yeah.
It could even be gifts, but it's not necessarily gifts. It's just really the attention. So, for example, isolation from friends and family. You may think it's sweet that the new person wants to spend all of their time with you. Not good.
No.
Over the top gifts is one of them.
So that's a big no for me.
Yeah, and it's when you obviously want the person you go on a first date with to flatter you. Both sides, men, women. I like this. I like you. You're funny, whatever. But there is a line where it gets like too far. So like if they start saying things like, "Oh, you're my soulmate," or "I've never met anyone I feel so close to you," or "Everything about you is what I wanted," so early on, it is apparently like a mental mind fuck for everyone involved and really bad for the relationship.
Because it's called love bombing?
Yeah, because so what happens is like 90% of the time you get this up front and then a month in it's gone.
Yeah.
Like there's no way you can, basically what they're saying is there's no way you can keep up with that flattery, whether it's gifts or words or actions, whatever it may be in any kind, throughout an entire relationship.
I agree, 100%. And this is why I've gotten a lot of flack for this my whole life.
I'm sending this to Jake.
And I've gotten a lot of flack for a lot of the things I've done in relationships my whole life. So let's focus on this one thing I'm going to bring up. My dad is a jeweler.
Yeah.
Right? I have access to discounted jewelry, really nice stuff, kind of whenever I want.
Right.
I still have never, I don't think I've ever given a girl jewelry.
Ever? I feel like we've had this.
Maybe like a necklace, like way into the relationship, like 4 years into a relationship.
I like these earrings, but I need some new ones.
You can get them yourself.
I would like a diamond.
You're a boss babe, aren't you, or something like that?
Don't say that.
Can't you buy your own stuff? Anyway, I've always gotten crap because every time someone finds out, they're like, "Oh man, your girlfriends must be so lucky." Go, no, I don't buy them jewelry. Because
what else?
If you start, especially like when I was younger, if you start at 16, 17, 18, even to 25 years old, getting your girlfriend or your boyfriend stuff that's really expensive, you can't sustain that. And if you do try to sustain that, you're going to go broke.
I kind of feel like in my high school and college relationships is where I was like, I have to spend all of this money to show them that I love them.
Yeah.
I got older and I was like, wait, what? That was dumb. Like, I still have a necklace that I was in high school. He was probably in college at that point. Boyfriend got me, and I'm like, what? This was so expensive. I can make so much money off of it.
Sell it.
I'm going to take it to your dad.
It probably wasn't that expensive.
No, it was because I went with him.
So how much did you buy?
It's white gold. Should I get it?
Yeah, go get it. But again, the love bomb, and I love this article because if you can't jump fully into a relationship, especially on a first, second date, that doesn't mean you can't show interest.
Well, everything you do in life, I have learned, should be like slow start. Even if it's
sustainable.
Like even if it's working out, right? You don't want to like jump right into every day doing a 3-hour or whatever it is workout. Like, you're going to be miserable. You're going to hate it. Even like changing your diet. If you like, you know what, that's it. Starting tomorrow, I'm never having sugar. You're going to be miserable, but you can phase it out or phase something in.
I like this comment from Audi Swan. Said, friends can love bomb suitors too. My friend went up to a guy at a bar and kept saying, "You two are soulmates." And I was completely mortified. Yeah, friends can also just be idiots and ruin things for you. Oh, it is really bright out there. I don't know what the weather's like when we're in here because by the time we start the stream, it's still dark out. So if you're in Western Washington, let me know if it's nice out because we've had some crap weather recently. What else do we have here? Yeah, Kelsey Graham makes a good point. It's probably not what you think in terms of prices for jewelry. A 10K ring is, in reality, way less. Yeah, this is not a lot of money, Carla Marie.
It's white gold, and it's got an expensive gem and diamonds.
Are these actual diamonds?
I got it when I was...
I mean, they're tiny, so they're really not that valuable.
Show the class.
Here's the good thing. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Our camera is a little closer today than it normally is, so...
Ooh, I see it. That's awkward. What happened?
There we go. I don't know. I just changed some settings, so I'm going to change it back. But, yeah, I wouldn't be able... I don't know how much this weighs, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, like, kind of what it would go for.
Well, should I get the food scale?
No. Generally, there's a couple things you have to remember when you are dealing with jewelry. One is if you have gold, specifically, it will normally go up, just like any sort of, like, stock. It will normally go up.
This is white gold.
When did you buy this?
I'm thinking. Hold on. 2004 or 5.
Oh, so it's probably whatever he got it for, or whatever the value of gold was then. It's probably triple, if not more, the price right now.
So this one, I think it was like almost $300.
Now, not triple the retail price, triple the price of gold.
Okay.
The retail price is totally different. And generally, like, you don't get all you'll get when you sell something back is the price of the parts, if you will. So if it's gold with diamonds, you'll get how much that gold is worth when it's melted down and how much that diamond is worth as a loose diamond.
This is like, I mean, this is peak New Jersey. Someone would love this in New Jersey.
This is very New Jersey.
That's a heart in the center.
But yeah, you can sell it and get a couple $100. It'll be melted down most likely. No one's going to resell that.
Why not?
Or sometimes what will happen if you go to a jeweler in your local neighborhood, they'll buy a piece knowing what it's worth when it's melted down. They'll give you that value for it, or a little less because they want to make some money, obviously, than on the transaction. They'll put it in their showcase for a little bit. If it doesn't sell and they need some extra cash at the end of the month, they'll melt it down. That's normally what will happen. People get really mad, and my dad's gone through this a couple times. If you've ever known someone in jewelry, they've probably gone through it as well.
Kelsey said the same thing.
A lot of times the big problem that you have when returning jewelry or exchanging it or whatever is engagement rings. And this happens to a lot of people because guys will buy a ring, and then either they get turned down or the engagement gets called off, or even they get married and it ends in divorce.
Yeah.
Someone always tries to bring back the engagement ring and get the exact same value that they got for it.
No
And
dice.
that's never going to happen. And it's a really weird thing with jewelry.
It's like a car when you drive a new car off the lot.
Kind of. And I would actually, if you have a Netflix account, which I believe everyone has access to a Netflix account at this day and age, go watch Netflix Explained. It's the episode on diamonds.
It was good.
And it essentially explains why used diamonds don't sell as much, and it's all marketing. The diamond is exactly the same, but the way companies have marketed diamonds throughout history make it so that unless it's a brand new diamond, it doesn't have value or doesn't have the same value.
What if
It's really a racket.
What if someone didn't like the ring and would your dad be like, okay, I'll take it back?
So
If you're getting something new.
normally a good jeweler, like a local jeweler that you have a relationship with. Like I can't speak to whether if you go to Zales or somewhere like that or buy it online. But if you have a local jeweler, like my dad, for example, they'll usually work with the guy. And if the guy says, hey, I know this is the type of stone she wants. I don't know the setting. My dad will say, all right, we'll give her this plain setting at first. And then bring her back in and we can set the ring in
it's
something
like a
that
dummy
she
ring.
likes.
A prop.
Kind of.
That's no fun.
Because you can reset it for that couple. For that couple, the diamond still has the same value.
Okay, wait. I had this saved because I actually wanted to talk about it on the show. And this is the perfect time. So let me see if I still have it because I may have recently deleted it. If not, I can explain it. It was a photo on Instagram of a guy proposing to his girlfriend. And instead of one ring, damn it, I can't find it. It was like a big box, it looked like a necklace box almost. And he opened it and it was 8 rings for her to choose from.
That's pretty good.
That's insane.
But it also kind of kills the moment, right?
Yeah,
Because you go,
I'm like, I don't know.
you go from the,
Ow.
oh my God, this is that moment for us as a couple where we turn the corner, we're official, whatever that means to you, whatever that moment means to you. You go from that to, oh, now I have to choose between these 8 or 9 expensive pieces of jewelry. Which one do I like the most?
I'd be like, which one costs the most?
The weirdest thing for me when I used to work for my dad was the couples, and I guess this is normal, but as a teenager, you think it's the weirdest thing in the
Yeah.
world. The couples who would come in and shop for engagement rings together, but for the future. They would just be like, oh no, we're just shopping so that when he does want to propose, he knows
Yeah.
what to get for me.
Well, I don't want to do it now and then he proposes in 3 days. That's no fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I get it now. I do. I understand as an adult why that makes sense. But it's just still a weird thing. Let's see. I made sure my now husband knew I wanted an antique ring and stone. The diamond industry has so many problems. I didn't want to get anything new. Yeah. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people will do not hand-me-downs. It's a weird word for a piece of expensive jewelry. But heirloom pieces. So I know we have a friend who got proposed to recently, and the diamond is her grandmother's diamond. It was just reset.
Yes.
That happens a lot.
Yes.
And I love that.
Jinx. Can't talk.
Okay, go.
Until when? Okay. I unjinx you.
All right.
Oh, Zach T. Lane, since I normally can't tune into my favorite Twitch show live, I don't normally have the opportunity to tell you that I'm celebrating my 12-month sub-anniversary now. You look great.
That's awesome. You look great. Thank
1
you very
year.
much.
Thank you, Zach. That's awesome.
1 year is a birthday.
It is. Okay.
There we go.
This question came through and it's gone now. Has anyone ever proposed at your dad's store? Like she picked out the
Not
ring and he was like,
That I recall.
that's kind of like.
But after, I mean, he's been in jewelry now for 40
I'm sure
years.
he
It
has.
had to happen once.
Call him up. Get
I
him
saw
on the horn.
DJ FaZe
Hey.
in the chat. DJ FaZe, I just want you to know that I expect one day to be at a club with you, and there's going to be like a group of randos somewhere in the corner celebrating a birthday with a bottle, and I want you to play that. I'll send you the file. You don't even have to find it. I just want you to play that birthday song for someone in the club.
Oh my god.
How fantastic would that
It would be. They'd be very confused, but it'd be awesome.
I told FaZe last year that I wanted to do this, but I want to do like a club night. I feel like we haven't done a real club night in Seattle since we used to host at Trinity.
That's because I'm scarred.
Well, that was, and for our Seattle audience, Trinity is in
Pioneer Square.
Pioneer Square, which is like the first neighborhood that Seattle ever had. Looks like it. And Trinity was a cool spot. The problem with us hosting there was we would do a morning show.
Mhm.
We would do our podcast. We would go usually work a Mariners game and then go to Trinity. So we were doing like 20-hour days.
Miserable.
So we'd be at the club like, man, I know this is supposed to be really fun, but I am so tired.
Yeah.
Every now and then, though, I would get a little tipsy with DJ FaZe in the DJ booth.
Well, and we would have friends come visit, so that would always be a good time too.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad time by
No.
any means. FaZe has awesome. All the DJs there have awesome music.
It was the best people watching because we'd be up in the DJ booth and just watching people, and I'm like,
It was just a very long day.
yeah.
That was a lot of. But I do want to do. I know he's at a couple places. I've been to. Oh my God! Why can't I think of it? Social.
In Bellevue.
Yeah. FaZe, tell me the name of the place in the chat because I'm blanking. Forum Social House?
Forum Social House.
Forum Social House. And that's a really good time in Bellevue.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Yeah. You can follow FaZe on Instagram, and when he's doing his club gigs,
What's
he
the
usually
place?
posts
The
about it.
bowling place?
The bowling? Lucky
He's
Strike?
been there.
Oh, Lucky Strike downstairs. It's above Lucky Strike
Oh.
in Bellevue. I think we're done for the day. What do you think, Carla Marie?
I had more things, but I'll save them for
No,
you.
go for it.
No, we're good.
Well, we do have to save things for My Day Friday, which is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So we will have our podcast, My Day Friday. You can check it out anywhere you listen to podcasts. We are going to appreciate if you do have a Spotify account, listen to it on Spotify. So then those like year-end things that people post, we could be a part of it.
In a year?
Huh?
Can you do the events?
Could I do the events?
Hashtag events. Nope. Exclamation point events.
Oh,
It is your last day to sign up for Cocktails and Crafting with Carla Marie. And
It's right
thank you, right there. Next Thursday night, it'll be completely virtual. You can only do the crafting if you sign up. It won't be streaming on Twitch. And you'll be learning how to
What's up
make
there?
some drinks. I'm stuck.
are you stripping? What's going on here?
How to strip. I did have someone reach out to me and ask me if I want to go to a pole dance class.
If you don't have Spotify, listen wherever you can listen. It's totally fine.
And you're going to learn how to make moss wall art. And the frame comes in 3 different colors.
All right. This is where we say goodbye for the week. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, whether it was Monday, Tuesday, or today. We appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for those views as well. We do have a My Day Friday podcast. You can get that link, I believe, if you type it. Oh, it's right there in the chat already. And that link will also be in this YouTube description. So thank you very much for hanging with us. We will see you on Monday.
You look great.
You look great.